Hello everyone. I am on just a few minutes early just so I can get set up, make sure my lighting is good, and give some time for people to jump on. I need to grab my laptop here. Got a new camera mount over the weekend. And it came with a ring light, so I'm going to attempt to give it a go today and see how it works out here, see if it gives me some better light. Ooh, I don't know. If you hop on and you're watching, tell me what you think about the lighting. I don't know. Looks a little bit brighter to me. We'll see, I guess, how it works out, right? All right, guys, just a couple more minutes. We'll get started. If you're jumping on with me, let me know. Say hello or good morning. Turn my fan off. It's a little bit loud. My tools here. Snips. Running a little bit behind this morning, so good thing I jumped on a couple minutes early, I guess. Just grab my linen thread. Get this stuff out of my shot here. I'm excited. My stuff came in on Monday and I got my Stampin' Seal, so I get to try that out for the first time. I don't think it's much different from the snail, but I have heard of people having issues trying to use it for the first time, so we will find out, I suppose. Alright, give it about 2 more minutes. I'm really excited about today's card class. I've got an announcement, I've got some fun stuff to talk about, and then I've got a really cute project that I think you're all going to enjoy. So, let me just make sure that I have everything I need. All my paper. Got my, oh yes. I spent some time the other day really organizing my craft space so that I could be able to grab everything really easily if, you know, I forgot something or last minute grab before I start the live. Worked out pretty well, so. Alrighty, so I think I have everything I need. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get started. If you just jumped on, leave me a comment. Let me know you're watching. And let's get going. So hello everybody. Good morning. Nicole here from sugarandscraps.com. This is Wednesday, September 2nd, and this is my online card class. I do this every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time. I'm so glad you're watching, and we are going to look at my product of the week this week. This is my featured product in all of my projects that you'll see on my blog this week. So because it's September and I just absolutely love fall, it's my favorite time of year, I decided to start my fall themed projects this week. Probably jumping the gun a little, but I decided to use the Country Home stamp set. Use my phone for my lives, and I just got a phone call, so anyways, excuse me. So we are using the Country Home stamp set. It has just an adorable assortment of sayings and images, and the card I have today I think just uses some of the images perfectly. So this is kind of a little fun fold card. Super simple. I'm going to walk you guys through it step by step. I do only have the one project today just because this one has quite a bit of fussy cutting, and I will bring in my card now. I feel like this isn't centered. Anyways. Alright, so here is my card. It is not a traditional card. Find my other samples here. So normally my cards open either this way or this way. This one doesn't open at all. It's just a single piece of cardstock for my base. Lots of pretty layers, and then this banner piece opens so that you can see the inside. So that's the part that opens. Trouble is, there's nowhere to write a greeting, so I put a piece of vanilla cardstock on the back so you can write your personal sentiment if you wanted to. I don't know if you can see in the light there, but I did use my current favorite embellishing tool, my Wink of Stella, just to give the plant a little bit of glimmer. I think it adds a nice touch to it. But so I am going to go ahead and bring in my measurements just so you can see them. If you missed them, no worries. I will have them all written out in the blog post along with the replay of today's live. So there's the measurements. Go ahead and take time to write those down or screenshot. And I'm going to grab my paper trimmer here. Alright, I think that was enough time for you to get the measurements. So I'm going to move those out of the way. I'm going to bring my trimmer in, and we're going to start cutting our cardstock and getting ready to prep or to put our card together. Okay, so the first thing we need is a rich razzleberry cardstock, and we're going to cut this at 5.5 inches. So 5.5, and this should already be 4.25, but I just like to check. 5.5 by 4.25 inches. So that is going to be our card base. Then we're going to need a piece of Blushing Bride that is 5.25 inches. By 4 inches. And I thought about switching up the colors and the image that I used today, but I changed my mind and I just decided to do it exactly the same because I love the way that this card came out. So we are going to need a piece of soft suede, and I just realized I forgot a measurement there. So this first piece of soft suede is 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Okay. We're going to need another piece of soft suede that measures approximately 2 inches. Let me see here. Oh, I completely forgot to write it down. I'm so terribly sorry. So let me see here real quick. So this is going to be, so that is 2 inches. So we're just going to make this, because I can't remember exactly. We're going to make this 2 inches. By 5.5, just, it's 5.5. And then what you're going to do is you're going to score one end at 1/4 of an inch. So we're just putting a 1/4 of an inch score line at the top, and you'll see why here in a little bit. So we got 2 inches by 5.5, score at the 1/4 inch mark. Okay, we're going to need 2 vanilla rectangles that measure 3 9/16. And if you guys follow my blog, you know I hate 1/16 of an inch. But here we go. I'm cutting both of my rectangles at the same time. So we need 3 9/16. Oh, my blade popped out of the track. There we go. So 3 9/16 by 2 3/16. One more time, that was 3 9/16 by 2 3/16. So then you have your cute little rectangles for your patterns. And then we're going to need one more piece, and I'm just going to move my little scraps out of the way here. We're going to need one more piece of very vanilla, and that is going to measure 5.5, or I'm sorry, 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and that's going to be the piece for our back. 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm going to move my paper trimmer out of the way. We're done with that. Our next step is going to be to stamp our images. So we're going to do this. I am going to use different images today. I'm going to use the same message. I'm just pulling all my pieces off now so I have them when I am ready for them. Alright, so first things first, you know what, I forgot. I am all sorts of scatterbrained today and I have no idea why. We did not cut our designer series paper. I'm using the Plaid Tidings designer series paper. It's in the holiday mini catalog. Let me flip through here. The colors are just beautiful. I love plaid. So this pack was really, really just, it jumped out at me when I saw it in the catalog. Sorry if my voice seems a little strained or hoarse this morning. I have a bit of a scratchy throat. We've been getting a lot of rain. I think it's been stirring up the pollen outside. Okay, our designer series paper is going to measure 4 3/4 by 3.5. So I'm going to measure it 3.5 first. And then 4 3/4. Okay, now we are officially done with the paper trimmer. And we can move on to stamping and coloring. Okay, So I have 2 scrap pieces of vanilla here that I'm going to use for my stamping. We're going to use our soft suede ink. And I'm just going to stamp 2 of the cute little water pitchers. Give this a quick clean. Okay, still using soft suede, we are going to stamp our flower image, and I am using a different flower image. This one though always gives me a little bit of a fit. It never wants to stamp the whole image for some reason, and I have to push a little bit harder than normal. Oh, it worked out that time. Perfect. Alright, so same thing. I'm doing 2 identical scrap images. We'll see, that one's not going to come out very good. Oh, it did. Perfect. Ah, I didn't think it was going to come out because there was a lot of excess ink. It looks better than the other one, actually. Alright, still using soft suede. Oh, nope, I don't need that piece now because I changed it up. I need one more small scrap. I need one more small scrap of white, and I think this piece only ended up measuring, I don't know, maybe ½ an inch. Basically, it's just long enough for your little greeting. So I learned a little trick watching a video a couple weeks ago. If you line up your stamp greeting with a line on your grid paper, then when you ink it up and you stamp it, it's going to come out straight when you stamp it, providing your paper is straight. So that I stamped in Blackberry Bliss. Okay, I'm going to move that aside for now. So what we're going to do now is a little bit of coloring and then some fussy cutting. I'm going to take, so you can see I have my ink inside of my ink pads already. This is how I do my watercoloring with my water paint. I'm still using the old style of water painter. This was the aqua painter. They have come out with some new ones, but I didn't get those yet. Let me just go grab a paper towel real quick so I can wipe off the excess. I don't like for these to be too wet, especially when I'm just using regular paper, because it'll kind of cause my paper to pill. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is start with my soft suede. So I make sure that this is wet. You can see the water on my finger. And then I'm just going to take some of the ink and smear it around. And so far this hasn't affected my ink pads any. I'm going to dab off a little of the excess color there. And then I just come in, and with this it's not really going to matter much if you color outside of the lines or you make a big mess at all, because we are going to cut it out, I would say just be careful around the outside here if you don't want to completely cut out all the little pieces. I wouldn't go too much out of the lines. My water pitcher, I'm just going to do a light wash. Do the same thing on this one while I've got some light left. That was too light, so then I need to pick up a little more of my color. And this has just been one of my favorite techniques here lately, is watercoloring. I have no idea why. I do not consider myself very good at it. But I'm satisfied with how my projects come out when I do my watercoloring. So I must be doing something okay, I guess. All right, we're gonna go back over a little more color. And then I'm gonna pick up a little excess and I'm gonna kind of go a little bit darker over here and a little bit darker right here. Just add a little depth, a little bit more. Lovely. And then to clean my little water color brush off, I just squeeze a little drop of water and run it over my paper towel, make sure it's still wet. I'm going to close this up because we're done with this one. Okay. I'm going to come in with my Blackberry Bliss now. I should have done my Blushing Bride first. We're going to oh my goodness, excuse me. So my Blackberry Bliss, I'm going to color in these little things here. I'm not sure what these are called, but we'll color those in with the Blackberry because I feel like that is a good color for those. And of course, if you want, you can go back in, you can make things darker, you know, start off a little bit lighter, go in and make it darker. If you start off really dark, obviously you can't really change that, but good. I'm done with that one. Okay, and then I'm just going to come in some ink with my Blushing Bride. I don't want that super saturated. We're going to come in and we're just going to fill in these little pieces. And again, as I said, you want to be careful to not use too much water when you're using regular paper because it will cause your paper to pill and tear a little bit, and it can also cause your ink to bleed if you didn't use black memento. Like I use soft suede here. I think I'm going to bring in one more color for this one, because I've got these little dots to color in. Okay, I think I'm going to bring in my Merry Merlot. So I'm going to bring in my Merry Merlot and just dab a little of this on to my dots down here. And then we get the excitement of cutting everything out. I must say I have gotten very spoiled with things that have coordinating dies. because it just makes life so much easier when you have to cut out intricate things. I don't know if that's a dot, but I'm going to color it in. It just makes life so much simpler when you're having to cut out intricate things like this. There we go. I'm happy with that. And I have to remember this time to put my Wink of Stella on before I attach my linen thread, because I did not do that last time. Alright, I'm going to move my pieces out of the way, and I'm going to bring in my little paper here with my host code, because while I'm fussy cutting, I want to share some information with you. So all we're going to do is just cut out both of these sets of images. So this month, September, it's a brand new month. This is actually the last month of the Stampin' Up! Year. Stampin' Up's year starts in October. I'm super excited because, you know, I joined last month, and towards the, you know, the middle of the month, end of the month-ish, and so I have all of this month to kind of set myself up for next year. So I have set some pretty big goals for myself. I don't think they're unattainable, but needless to say, I've set some pretty big goals for myself. One of which is getting 5 people to host a virtual workshop for me this month. I have so far gotten 2, so that means I just need 3 more for my goal to be met. So if you think you might be interested in hosting a virtual workshop, it's super simple. I will message you, just leave a comment under the video here. I will message you with some information and some dates. I usually give 2 sets of dates to choose from, just to make it a little more convenient for you. But then I do all the work. I set up the Facebook group. I come up with some fun stuff to share. I have some games that I come up with. And then I also will hold a live demonstration. It'll be similar to this Facebook Live, where I'm going to do a live demonstration. I'll talk a little bit about the products, the company. And all you have to do is simply just invite your friends to come join the Facebook group and interact a little bit. Usually I run them over a 6-day period. So that gives everybody 6 days to see some of the great products that we offer and decide what they want to order to help you achieve some of the things on your wish list for free. So if you want to host a virtual workshop, let me know. My host code, I've got a new host code for the month, and everybody that places an order this month using that host code is going to get a package of the glitter, the gold glitter enamel dots, I think is what they're called, from the annual catalog for free from me. Just a fun little incentive, little way for me to say thank you for your business and your order. You're also going to get a card in the mail from me too, as a way to say thank you. So that host code is right here, and any order that you place using the host code here is going to get those gold glitter dots. Along with the host code, I have a rather big announcement to make. If you're my newsletter subscriber, you already saw this announcement. If you follow my Facebook page or are part of my Sugar and Scraps Stampers group, you have already seen this announcement. But I saw that another demonstrator did this last month. And I thought it was just an incredible giveaway. Just a great opportunity to get people excited about the new Stampin' Emboss machine that is available this month. It is a $120 machine. But what I am doing is for every $1,000 in sales that I get this month, yesterday through September 30th, every $1,000 is going to give one Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine away for free, you guys. For free. $120 for free. So, one way that you get yourself entered into that, and I'll bring in my little, I have a little chart that I made to keep track of my purchases. I copied the idea that the other demonstrator used as well for her image. So the way that you earn yourself an entry into the drawing for the $1,000, first and foremost, make a purchase using my host code this month. I'm going to pull that to the side again. All this information will be on my blog today too. I think I put it up yesterday as well. But use my September host code and make a purchase. Your purchase is going to get you entered into the drawing. Couple other ways you can get yourself entered. I talked about needing 3 more people to host a workshop. Host a workshop this month, virtually of course. And you're going to get 2 entries into that drawing. 2 entries, and your workshop sales are going to count towards my $1,000 in sales. So, you know, Paper Pumpkin. If you subscribe to my Paper Pumpkin this month, you can subscribe anytime throughout the month, but I have a goal to get 7 subscribers by the 10th. So if you subscribe by the 10th, you're going to get the September kit, which is just going to be so much fun. I did get a new subscriber the other day, so I think I only need 5 more. I think I need 5 more people to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. But your Paper Pumpkin subscription is going to get you an entry into the drawing for the free machine. 2 more ways. Sign up for my card class or my card club this month. You're going to get an entry into that drawing, you guys. And lastly, there is no purchase necessary to enter. If you would be so kind as to just comment on and share 1 blog post this month, that's going to get you entered. It's going to get you 1 entry. So again, for every $1,000 in sales I get, I'm going to give away one of these Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, brand new. They were just available yesterday for customers to start ordering. If the excitement is as big as I'm imagining, I don't know, there could be a back order issue. A lot of the products that have been kind of exciting and new, they've tended to go on back order. So if you are just ordering one, don't be discouraged if they go on back order. It's just because everybody's so excited to get them. Okay, so purchase, host a workshop, become a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, join my card class or club, comment and share on 1 Facebook post this month, and you're gonna get entered. I'd really like to give a few of these away, so if you can't do any of these, maybe you can just share this with somebody that might be able to do something or help me out. So and one other thing, if let's say we do 1 drawing, your name was not called, I'm gonna leave the names that were not called in the container that my names are in, so you'll have a chance to be drawn again each time I give one away. So just because you don't win one doesn't mean you won't win another time. So share this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I will do, each time I get to 1,000, I'll do the drawings live on the business page here, just so you guys can hear the drawings. So I'm super excited about this. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I have to remember to reach out to the demonstrator that I got this idea from and thank her for such an amazing idea. So moving on to the rest of our project here. I'm going to leave this up just so you guys can see the host code. I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to color in my just one. You could do both, but I'm just going to do one of my flower images here. That's mine. My light is on. I feel like I got a rainstorm coming in today, so it's gotten a little bit cloudy outside, so it looks like my light went out on my phone. Okay, so we are going to just run this Wink of Stella right over, there we go, right over the image here, and I just am kind of rubbing it all over. And then I don't know, yeah, you can see the shimmer a little bit. It just leaves that pretty little bit of sparkle. I don't know, I'd equate it to like dewdrops maybe. I don't know. Anyways. Okay, so now for the assembly of our project. This is going to be so fun. I'm so excited for this. Okay, so we have all of our pieces. All of our pieces here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just start assembling our layers. And remember, this is the first time I'm using this. So here we go. Not too bad. I guess the adhesive is supposed to be a little bit better on these than it was on our snail, especially for those of you that live in higher humidity areas. I guess it's supposed to hold up a little better to the humidity, unlike the snail did. All right, so there. The designer series paper goes onto that soft suede piece. Our soft suede, whoops, is going to attach to that Blushing Bride. And I love these colors together. I think it's just so, so pretty. Okay, and then what we're going to do, this little piece here that was 2 by 5, we are going to score this, and we're going to put some adhesive on the back here. Oh, I almost forgot the most important part. We're going to snip this a little bit. We want to snip a little bit of a banner end into here. It's a little crooked, but I think I'm going to try to fix it here. So 2 inches. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to take it and we're going to fold it so that it is over the cardstock layers that we just did. Okay, So remember, that gives us our little opening. I'm going to put a little more Stampin' Seal and one line in the middle. And then this is going to go on that rich raspberry card base, nice and centered. Okay. We're going to put, where are my rectangles? So our little rectangles that we cut out, one is going to go on the center here. And we're going to kind of line that up with our Designer Series paper so we know it's straight. And then we're going to put the other one, we're going to put the other one, I'm going to have to play around with this and find out the best way to use it here, because it is, okay, so then our other piece, the way I did this to make sure it went on straight, I put the sticky side down, but then I'm going to line it up, and we are going to stick that right underneath. And I feel like my banner's a little crooked, but it looks okay. Okay, so we're going to take a picture like this. I need my dimensionals. I knew I was going to forget something. Alright, well I'm going to have to use some scraps here because... Okay, so what we're going to do, pop this up. Some dimensionals. This one's going to get one. So I'm going to put this at the top here, towards the top anyways. And then my little picture is going to go right above it. Like so. And then on the inside, we're just going to glue and I thought I had some Tombow readily available. So we're going to just use the thing here. I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to put this kind of up towards the top. The picture right under it. Now I am just going to free cut this and hope for the best. My free cutting skills are not the greatest all the time, so this might come out a little bit crooked, but I didn't want to bring out my paper trimmer again, so well. Not terrible, not perfect. But we're going to go ahead and just put a line of adhesive. It's going to go right across here, kind of in the middle. I did a double bow with my linen thread, so I'm going to take and I'm going to tie a bow. This is how I do. I don't cut first, I tie first and then I cut, so that way I don't waste a whole bunch of my ribbons and my threads. I just want a cute little petite bow here. Okay. So I'm going to measure out a piece, another piece that is that long. Tie it into a bow. I am going to need to go snag my glue, my Tombow, out of my cabinet over here. So if you'll bear with me for just a second while I go grab that. I'll fix this bow too. Alright, I knew I was going to forget something. I always forget something when I do these. Alright, so here we go. We're going to tie our bow. Cute little bow. I'm going to snip these ends just a smidge here. Okay, before I glue that on, I'm going to put my piece on the back here. I thought I had it there for a minute. Alright, so this piece is for the back, just so you can write a personalized message on the card if you chose to. And then on the front, we are going to add our little bow, and I think I'm going to put it right here this time. So I'm just going to put a dot of my Tombow. And then I am going to take my cute little linen bow, put that down on the glue. Oh, and my thing is down too low. Grr. That is okay. It's alright. I'm going to deal with it. So here was our first one. This was my sample. Super simple, super cute. Here was the one we made. Super simple, super cute. So, I really hope you guys liked this card, the stamp set that I used, and the designer series paper were so adorable. They're two of my favorite things right now. And that wink of Stella that just gives things a little bit of a nice finishing touch. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I was glad to have you here. And until next time, happy stamping. Bye.